Well, hello everyone. Today's National Trust tour is of the gorgeous Mottisfont Abbey in Romsey, Hampshire. This is my local National Trust property, and it's a real stunner, and I get to visit this several times a year. I'm sat at the moment near the font doing my voiceover because it's just so serene here. Mottisfont is just a captivating house and gardens. It's really struggled, and on its internet page it does say that to bear with them. They've really struggled through the COVID crisis with staffing. They ran it on minimal staffing, and it does show. However, the beauty of the bones of the garden still shine through, and hopefully I've captured that in this video. The jewel of this National Trust property is the rose garden, best seen in June. There was still plenty for us to see. There was plenty of roses. For me though, it's the kitchen garden. I adore the way that they've laid it out. I adore the way that they have got their squashes up trellis, and they've made a real focal point of the raised beds with the leeks and the chives in them. The pictures you're seeing at the moment are of the font. This is incredibly deep. It's deceptively deep. So when you look into its blue waters, you feel you could reach the bottom. You're not going to. We took the dog with us. The dog is not allowed into the rose garden, but was allowed into the vegetable garden. This is where I'm heading now, so you can see the avenue leading into the vegetable garden. Now somehow I managed to get into a one-way system, so I do double back on myself and come back to the vegetable garden, and there are lots of pictures then of the squashes, the calendulas, the leeks, the fennels and the garlic chives. With the calendulas, I was so surprised to see so many different varieties that I actually asked a member of staff if I could take some seeds. I think this is the right thing to do if you're in someone else's property. They very kindly gave me a seed head for each of the varieties that I show later on in the photos, so I'm going to have a go at growing them myself. Whilst you're here in the rose garden, it was a shock to me at how much of the box hedging they've lost through the box blight. It has allowed, it's a bit like the old Monty Don thing, where it's allowed the borders to billow over the paths and actually gives it a looser, freer, lighter feel, but I quite liked the box hedging because it is a rose garden and it used to frame them beautifully. They are trying to replace them with yew, and in places they are trying to save the box blight ridden plants, as you can see there. This garden also has a lovely feel to it, with lots and lots of doorways and gateways through into other gardens. They also have lots of seating, so if you want to take time to sit and look around you, to smell the roses, there's loads of opportunity to do that. The one thing I will say with the wall garden, it is one way at the moment, and once you get into the one way system, as I did, you too have to follow it through. You come out into this field, and then you have to find your way back into the vegetable garden. It's no hardship. I quite enjoyed going around twice. I got to see a few more of the benches and the arbours, and get to smell more of the roses. I think the main feel of this garden is very romantic. It's definitely got a different feel from any of the other National Trust gardens I've been to recently. I think I love this one because of the roses more than for what else it offers. The house itself is beautiful. You get to see the servants' rooms up in the attic if you want to, and they've always got some form of art exhibition here. I love going to visit the Victorian refrigerator, which I've covered in a film a bit further on. But for me, it is to visit the two walled gardens, the vegetable one which I'm now showing you, and then the rose garden. Oh, these here are, by the way, are the gardener's sheds that are now being converted into toilets. Who wouldn't want a brick-built garden shed? Fantastic. The squashes are just amazing, and the patty pans. Oh, this is great. This is where you dip your watering cans. So I love that. I'd love that in my own garden, a constant pool of water that you can dip into rather than having to run the tap on my water bat. Oh, these are the calendulas that I've got the seeds for. So I believe there's 4 varieties here, 4 different colours. They should come true, the lady told me, and she should know. Follow me, January, see how I'm getting on with them. This is an amazing part of the garden. So this is a full circle of trees. The atmosphere in here is very subdued, quiet, beautifully cool as well. This is the back of the stable block, heading down towards the Victorian refrigerator. I managed to get myself in there without filming, so I've filmed it in reverse, but you get the idea. It's actually lovely to see one. These are the stunning stable blocks for Mottisfont Abbey. I absolutely love these, but they are all locked up. This horse is made of chicken wire. He's quite fragile now. He's been around for a good few years. Really adds to the atmosphere of the stable block. Like I said, they're one of my favourite stable blocks. Just stunning, but unfortunately locked due to the pandemic and the COVID virus. Damn you. The Abbey itself is an absolutely beautiful building. We didn't go in today because we had the dog with us, but it's certainly worth a visit. So if you do come here, make sure you visit and make sure you go up into the attic rooms. There's some rooms that have been left the day that the servants left. They've kept them the same. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this quick tour around Mottisfont Abbey, and I hope you take the chance to visit one day. Click like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.